All right, there's Coach D'Antoni. You know, the Rockets had really kind of shored up all that defense on their side. Meanwhile, today, different story. Even without Kevin Durant, and Boogie, to Booz's point, helping create a lot of those easy shots. He was credited. You heard Clay, who led everybody in scoring, who said, hey, look, that's the reason we won this game. Here's Steve Kerr on the Big W.
We've got to remind ourselves that this is still pretty early in the process. I don't know how many games he's played for us, 20. We're all learning. You know, me too. I got to learn how to use him better. I thought we used him better tonight. I thought he did a phenomenal job of just getting down on the block and controlling the game down there. So, you know, it's a good win for us, and we got 15 games left now to continue to figure out how to use everybody, the combinations, all that stuff. So this was a good night.
How'd you use him better?
Well, I think changing the rotation, splitting up DeMarcus and Draymond seemed to be effective and spaced the floor a little bit more. And I thought DeMarcus did a good job getting down on the block. I thought Dot really did a good job of getting us organized, getting him down there, and I think Sean was like a plus 16 tonight, and our bench did a great job. Quinn Cook comes in, knocks down some shots. JB gave us big minutes, so really good team win.
You guys show what you did on the bench?
You know, we talked at our meeting this morning about how many three-pointers they miss. You know, they miss about 30 a game, and so often they get long rebounds, and those are killers. So they only got 5 offensive rebounds off of those 30 missed threes. So I thought our guys just did a great job of boxing out, being physical, and going and getting the ball.
DeMarcus is never lacking for confidence, but do you think a game like this for him is a big stepping stone against the Rockets?
I just think it's a good stepping stone for us. You know, it's more about the team than it is about any one individual. You know, DeMarcus has had big games for us already, but just figuring out how the game has to feel, it's different with him. Right? We haven't had this kind of an option before, and sometimes we've played a little too fast and shot too many quick bad shots instead of letting him get down on the block and controlling things. So we're still learning, but you know, this was a really good effort and a good example of how it should look.
Steve, Marcus had some of his best performances, at least scoring-wise, on the road. Do you think there's a comfort level for him when he is on road games at all?
You got to ask him. Thanks, everybody.
Meanwhile, Steph Curry, after the big win, speaks.
They held the fort down, continue to build momentum. Obviously, Houston goes on a run middle and towards the end of the second quarter, but you know, they're a talented team, so that's liable to happen. But defensively, they made their presence felt the whole night, and DeMarcus was unbelievable. Clay made some tough shots. We moved the ball, but defensively is where, you know, we won the game tonight.
Steph, what do you think got DeMarcus going tonight?
I mean, we made a concerted effort to try to feed him in the post because the way that they play defense. But he's DeMarcus Cousins. I know he's been through a lot this last year and had some ups and downs since he's been back, but nothing he does out there should surprise anybody. It's just, you know, just building that consistency, and he's done an amazing job of that. It's only going to get better for us.
There's kind of been some chatter that this could be a tough matchup for him against Houston. It was just kind of the flip side of it tonight. You mentioned kind of going to him and posted and a different thing for you guys in this game.
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs things get like, there's so many adjustments and things like that, but tonight he proved that obviously he can make it tough defensively in terms of just making him take tough shots and then make or miss. We got to expose some stuff on the other end. So tonight was a good step. It's obviously the regular season and a lot more work to do, but you know, I think the way that he played his entire minutes he was out there, you knew where number 0 was at all times.
Seth, what was the key approach you guys took in adapting without Kevin?
Understanding obviously you're missing 28 points, like it's tough. But you got to do it by committee. So, myself, Clay, DeMarcus, obviously just being aggressive when we had the ball in our hands. But I think we moved the ball, especially that second unit. They came in and everybody who touched it was a threat. Whether, again, make or miss, we just try to put pressure on them. I don't know how many turnovers we had, but it didn't feel like a lot. So kept them out of transition. And then knowing defensively it was going to be the way that we won this game, we weren't going to outscore them. We had to, buckle down and get stops and just try to control the tempo of the game as much as we could.
Steve talked about how it's been an adjustment for everyone at DeMarcus. Usually you think of a player coming in, he has to adjust to you guys, but how have you guys had to adjust to him?
I mean, for as long as I can remember, we haven't had a guy that you can just throw the ball into the post and work around him. So just certain sets that coach can pull out of his back pocket to feature him in the post. But for the most part, it's just there's so many threats and weapons. You got to. It's kind of like when KD was here the first time, his first like 2 or 3 months. There's a little sensitivity to how everybody's going to get their shots. And at the end of the day, we're all talented. We all have high IQ, basketball IQ. So just let things happen. You don't have to force anything. We've been good at times and not so good other times. So it's just a matter of sticking with the program of just playing basketball at the end of the day and having fun doing it. I think tonight we have fun. It looked like our body language and our energy and understanding with K out, we needed that boost and everybody brought it.
What kind of place